What's up, everybody? Welcome back. This is AXUMUS with DVNB. I'm DVNB. This is episode 105. So let's do a little recap from last episode 104. What we talked about was, the daily routine me and my family had at the motel, the Western Motel. How my mom would wake up and take my brother to school in the morning. She'd come back, wake my dad up, then they'd get to work cleaning rooms, doing laundry. Then my mom would come back to the house and make lunch for all of us. She'd feed us. Then they go right back to work after eating lunch. And then after they finished doing all the laundry and stuff, mom and dad would come back to the house, and my mom would cook again for us and feed us again. She definitely fed us 3 times a day, and snacks as well. So anybody that's watching, definitely thank the women in your life that do things for you, because they do multiple things for all of us, and a lot of us fail to realize that, including myself. Just an example, I've been doing a lot of cooking at home these days, and I call my mom to see how she made this and how she made that. And then when I start making it, I finally realized how much work my mom had put in all these years. So, just thank the women in your life. It's very important. They do a lot for us. And then I also talked about the beginning of my school career, pre-kindergarten, all that, how I had friends that were white kids, black kids, and Mexican kids. But most of the time in Childress, the white kids stuck to the white kids, black kids stuck to the black kids, Mexicans stuck to the Mexicans. But because I was the one different kid hanging out with all of them, if I was hanging out with one group, another one from another group would come and hang out with us. So I turned into like a barrier breaker, a diplomat within the Childress community. And, I'm very proud of that fact. So that's what we talked about. That's where we pretty much ended it. So let's just keep the story going. So, pre-kindergarten, snack time, nap time, cheese and cracker time, and then go back home, right? And then what started changing was I was being exposed to the American lifestyle, as in, kids talking about the clothes they got on, kids talking about the toys they have, and then kids talking about what their dad does, what their mom does, and all that type of stuff. So now I'm going back home and asking my mom and dad, hey, I want to get this toy, I want to get these clothes. Why don't you work here? Their mom and dad works there. So I started doing a lot of comparing of myself to the kids in the school. And now, now the parents, my mom and dad, want to provide for me, as in they want to get me toys and stuff like that, but we can't really afford it. So this is where the conflict comes in to the household of, the parents want to provide for their kids, but they're not able to, because of financial reasons. And this is like a universal thing. It doesn't matter if you're an Indian, white kid, black kid, Mexican kid, or any background, whatever ethnic background you have. All parents want to provide their children with everything that they didn't have. That's a universal want a parent has for their kids. So, I'm just saying that to connect this once more, as in, it doesn't matter where you're from, every single parent wants to give their kid the same thing. Whatever the kid asks for, they want to give it to them. So, I just want to put that out there and just let everybody think about that. If the parents want the same thing for their kids, what makes us different? Nothing really makes us different. We've been programmed to think that we come from different places, but at the end of the day, we're all human. We want to be loved. We want to love. So everything's the same. Everything's the same for us. All our struggles in life, all of our happy moments, all of our sad moments, it's all about the same. The only different parts in our lives are what society has thrown onto us via stereotypes and assumptions of each other. But let's jump to like kindergarten now. So kindergarten is when I really started remembering my teachers' names and stuff like that. So I think her name was Mrs. Davis or Miss Davis. That's when, you know, we started learning the alphabet and all that stuff. You know, I started learning that. And then at home, I would watch a lot of TV. I grew up on TV. I'm sure a lot of us did in the 80s. But, you know, for me, it was like a brand new world watching TV. It was pretty much American, quote unquote, Americanizing me, because my mom and dad couldn't expose me to the American way because they're not experienced with the American way. So TV raised me culturally. So now I'm going to school and I'm really connecting with the kids on a level of whatever show they watched. I had watched it too, so we could talk about that. So that made me start to feel like I was part of the community more than ever. And you know, that's something that a lot of kids, immigrant kids, do. They watch a lot of TV, watch a lot of media to connect with the kids that are from America. And you know, that could be a good thing, that could be a bad thing. It depends on how you look at it. But I think, you know, as long as the kid still has his or her culture instilled in them at the house, it's all good. But if the kid thinks that the American way is way better than their own heritage, you know, that's where the issue comes in about identity crisis within the immigrant kid. Because you know, I'm talking from experience. I've seen immigrant kids pretty much deny their whole culture and just Americanize themselves. And in my opinion, I don't think that's a good thing for that kid, because they're gonna grow up confused, as in when they look in the mirror, they see something, but they feel different. So, you know, my point of saying all this is, as an immigrant, you need to like stay connected to your culture, but still be a part of America, because you don't want to give up your culture and just be American, because it's like you're taking away from America, because you were blessed to come to America, but America is blessed to have you as well. So you got to give them your juice from your culture, as well as take juice from the culture that you live with now. And that's how we start really understanding each other. We can't really deny our background that was built from generation to generation, and then when we get here to America, we just give it all up. I don't think that's a good to bring people together, or even help yourself, as in identifying with yourself. You have to be proud of where you came from and what your roots are. There's many historians, many revolutionaries that have said this is, if you don't know your roots, you don't know your future. And that's where we're going to end it, right there. So until next time, appreciate you guys watching once more. This is the show called AXUMUS with DVNB. I'm DVNB. This was episode 105. Stay tuned for the next episode, 106. And once again, thank you for watching. And see you next time. Peace.